Hello and welcome back to another collective reading with me. If this is your first time here, welcome to the channel. So when I talk about energies, I am just talking about that. When I say masculine and feminine, not necessarily talking about gender, as we all have masculine and feminine energy within us. So it might be your inner energy, or it might be an external energy, meaning another person or thing. However, take the messages as they fit. Don't force anything. Use your discernment above all. When I talk about signs, just because you don't hear your sign does not mean that this reading is not for you. It could be sun, moon, rising, someone that you're connected to. If there's a third party energy, it could be that person's energy. It is just energies that are heavily impacting your situation right now. So with that being said, I am going to get into this reading, starting with my Romance Angel deck. Actually, I did want to pull the zodiac signs, see who we're connecting with. There is an element of new beginnings with this reading. So just putting that out there. This came out in my last reading. Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. I feel like I have shuffled this deck so well for it to come back up again. But it was also the first card that came out in the last reading. Alright, so this came out in reverse. Forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. Interesting. There must be a reason it came out in reverse, so I am going to explore that more, but someone might be having a hard time forgiving. So this release your ex energy is now I'm kind of getting like a bit of dramatics here. So they're actually over it, but for whatever reason they can't stop interacting or thinking about this person. It's giving more with the forgiveness in reverse. It's giving more of this person or this relationship still has a hold on this person because of what happened within their connection. They are not able to forgive something that this person did. So it might be this person crossed their bottom line, or just that they never expected this person to betray them. So they're having a hard time. It's more of like trying to understand why someone did what they did, why they deserve this, how this happened, how they never saw it coming. So, but there's something that this person also needs to forgive themselves for. And that is why they cannot forgive their ex. Let go. Forgiving doesn't necessarily mean giving this person another chance. It doesn't mean that you're accepting what this person did. You're not saying that it's okay. You're just accepting that they are who they are and they did what they did. But forgiveness is really just not giving that person the control over you, because you're allowing them to keep hurting you when you don't forgive them. Forgiveness is for you, not for them. Because someone here is not able to let themselves love again or allow themselves to be loved because they're still holding on to this ex. Okay, so heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. All right, so this is someone you're connected to. There might be some level of frustration that you're feeling because this person is still holding on to whatever happened in their past with their ex. This might be even where it may seem like this person is making you pay for their ex's sins, where you're not really getting a fair shot with them because they're like defensive with you, etc. So a heart-to-heart conversation is necessary, can clear up a lot of things. This person needs to be vulnerable with you and let you know that they're still hurt from what happened, or it's not necessarily they want to be with that person again, or they're missing that person. It's just they're hurt, they're scared of that happening again. They're protecting their heart, essentially. And you can let them know how you're feeling about how they're behaving, etc. Free yourself. Wow. Okay. It's time to take back control of your life. So that is essentially what I said about that not forgiving people is really giving them power over you. You're allowing them to keep you trapped, dictate how you live your life, because when you don't forgive that person and you're in this energy of like holding on to the pain and whatever it is they did to you, it's blocking all the good things that's coming in your life. It makes you're defensive, so you're not allowing people to come in and love you right. You may be passing up a lot of opportunities to be loved right. You know, you're letting whatever that person did restrict you. And we have a unicorn here. Like, you have a magical, beautiful energy, and it's like holding on to this past energy, etc., is really just blocking that. You know, it's keeping you stuck. And you're a unicorn. You know, you do not deserve to be in a cage. You are, ooh. So on the bottom it says soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. So what was that? Yeah, so this person is your soulmate. This message is also for them that you are their soulmate, but they're sabotaging it by holding on to their ex. So I am gonna jump into the tarot with this one, and we use this deck instead. Let's see, get more information on this release your ex. 747. I think that's a plane. That's an airplane. Okay, somebody might be traveling somewhere. A jet. Okay. Strength and 3 of Swords. Yeah. So this is about finding the internal courage and strength to get over this heartbreak, this separation, disappointment. I do feel there was some betrayal involved, but letting go of it. Someone has to find the strength through that to let go, you know, stop holding on to it. And then with learning, also here it says forgiving and learning. I do feel like it's more of a guidance to take the lessons from the hurt, from the betrayal. Oh, what's going on my throat? And release the pain, release the hurt, release the other things, you know. Forgive that person, move on. Forgiving them doesn't mean that you're saying, hey, what they did was cool. It's about taking the lessons. It's like, I swear I just heard a bell, but I don't know what's ringing. Okay. 7 of Cups. Yep. This person is very confused about what happened, why certain things happened in this relationship with their ex. Wondering if any of it was real. So there's definitely an illusion that was going on. And this person might be drinking a lot, or they were drinking a lot thinking about it. But, they're very confused, or they were very confused about what was going on, what happened. So this is something they did not see coming. And that may be why it's hard to let it go as well, because they were just not ready for it, did not expect it. And I think earlier when I started, I said that they did not expect this person to betray them. That's the last thing they expected from that person. Oof, the High Priestess. Got some sneaky energy. Okay, this one flew out. We got, so yeah, the forgiving and learn, we have death. So something is definitely over. 11:11 on the timer. This is meant to be transformative. Yeah, this is meant to be transformative. Oh, we got the Empress. Ooh, all right. So more stuff is unfolding here. This is somebody that they were married to, they have children with. So that does make it a little more complicated to walk away, to end things, but they feel like they can't completely release it because they have children with this person. But there's definitely something about this person being fake, like a fake empress. Whatever it is they have to offer isn't real. Like something's gold plated. It's kind of, I don't know. So there's this image, I'm looking at like a fruit bowl with apples. And a majority of the apples are fake, but there's like one or two real ones. And then this person, this empress, fake empress, presents them with one of the real apples. And without looking closely at the bowl of apples, you'll think, oh, they're abundant in nature. But they're not. It's only after closer observation you realize that most of these apples are fake, you know? But it's like they've already committed to it. And the person I'm feeling here, this masculine energy, is feeling more so of someone who likes to do the right thing. They like being dependable. That is part of how they see themselves, their character. So because they've committed to this person, they're not likely to just walk away. It's harder for them to walk away. Even if they feel like, okay, this person kind of tricked me, I didn't have the full picture, they're not who they say they are. It's like, well, I've committed and we have kids, I have responsibilities, so I'm just gonna suck it up and figure it out, deal with it. But that has ended. Because I do feel like even if they were not happy with this person, okay, so that's what it is. They had signs. They were guided to walk away from this connection because, well, you are this person's soulmate. The person they were with is not their soulmate, is not the person they're meant to be with. So this might have been a karmic connection, a karmic lesson that they had to learn, some karmic soul contract that they had with each other they had to close out in this lifetime. But this was not their forever person. And they tried to make it forever. So they had signs and they ignored it. And that is how it got to the point of that person crossing their bottom line, doing one of the most hurtful things that someone could do to them, to force them to leave. Then yeah, this cards we have 6 of Pentacles and 5 of Swords. So this is definitely some underhanded behavior going on here. And we have 6 of Swords. So like I said, karmic lesson. But this lesson has actually been learned now. So they are walking away from it. They have walked away from it. Because we're all on different timelines. So whether they are walking away from it or they have already walked away from it, it's just this person is occupying a lot of their mind, but not in a good way. King of Swords. This is definitely about somebody taking their power back, but there is an ending here. Divorce. This is... it's almost like they're putting their mask or their shield back up, you know? This acting cold is kind of like somebody's gotten hurt and now they have to become this cold person because they don't want to get hurt again. It's more of like, well, the last time I put my heart on the line, it got crushed. I'm not doing that anymore. It's like this person is turning them cold or has turned them cold. They're wearing this mask, which is why connecting with them is difficult for you. They're holding back, as you can see, holding back. This person is resistant, and it's not because they don't care or they don't feel what they feel for you. It's just they're protecting their feeling, protecting themselves. Heart conversation. 8 of Pentacles. This is about, hey, do you want to work on this? We need to work on this connection. We need to put in the work. And putting in the work means being vulnerable with each other, having these hard conversations, where we stand, what you're feeling, what I'm feeling, and clearing up any misunderstandings. Having uncomfortable conversations. This is what putting in the work is, or part of it when it comes to your relationship, having a healthy relationship. 7 of Swords. So this is being strategic and putting everything out there. So it's giving like, and you may also feel like you're being an open book with this person, but it's giving an energy of you're also holding back, because this person is holding back. It's almost like you're not feeling emotionally safe enough to be fully vulnerable with this person. And your frustration is really coming from a place where that is not aligned with your soul. You want to be vulnerable with this person. You want to be an open book with this person, but they're holding back. They're wearing this mask of this cold King of Swords person. It's not, you're not in this place. You're not feeling that I can put my guard down with this person. And they're not feeling like they can put their guard down. It's not necessarily because of something you're doing. It's because they've put up this shield to protect themselves. So they're not being open. They're being strategic in the way they move with you, the way they talk to you. And you may be picking up this energy where it may feel like an energy of deception, but this it's not necessarily deception. It's more of, yeah, they're not saying everything, or it's like the way they're speaking, it seems ambiguous, like something's off. So you're picking up on that, and you may interpret it as them being dishonest or deceptive. In a way, it is deceptive, but it's not to cause harm. They think they're protecting their heart. And I'm not making excuses for this person. I'm not saying that you should put up with it. That is where the heart-to-heart conversation comes in. Y'all talk, let them know what your requirements are, what your standards are. They let you know what they want. You all can meet in the middle ground if you want. And if they're just like, absolutely not, I am not willing to open up and put my shield down, etc., 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 then it's up to you to decide, hey, is this something I want to pursue? Is this acceptable for me? Oh yeah, we got the King of Cups and the Tower as cut cards. So I do feel this person is getting to a place of emotional maturity. So having this heart-to-heart conversation might actually go a lot better than you expected. It's like they're open to hearing about your feelings. They are open. They would be open to sharing their feelings with you. But I think you have to create this place of emotional safety for them. Ace of Cups. There is a lot of love here. It's overflowing, and this is a new beginning in love. But this is saying your relationship is in the beginning stages. But in order to maintain this love flowing and for it to progress into the beautiful love story can become, there needs to be this heart-to-heart conversation that happens. Ooh, yeah, we got the Hierophant. So this is about commitment, right? So this is giving new love, but new love in that loving in a different way. So this may be the lessons that had to be learned. What exactly love means to this person, to you, seeing love in a different way, understanding the difference between love and attachment and need, codependency, what is healthy love and what is toxic. All right, let's see this for yourself, and then I'm going to close out this reading with some zodiac signs. Okay, let's look for a unicorn here. Ooh, we got the King of Wands coming out here. So this person does have a lot of passion, and the King of Wands is someone who typically goes after what they want. They have a lot of confidence. But right now, this person being stuck on their ex or what happened in the past, this King of Wands energy is being restricted. This is what they have here. And there's a lot of passion that this person has for you, but they're holding back. They're forcing themselves to hold back. Or not necessarily they're forcing themselves. It's almost giving like somebody trying or wanting to, having the intention to, and then they pull themselves back last minute because it's like, oh, what if I get hurt? What if this happens? So it's that energy of once bitten, twice shy. The Hangman. This person is in a place of stagnancy. crows might be significant. Might be seeing a lot of crows. And mammoth butterflies. Ooh, 2 of Cups. Yep, so this person being in this place of stagnancy, it's not just affecting them, it's also affecting you. We have a beautiful connection here that is on hold because this person, it's like they're in a self-imposed prison. And if you are soulmates, your counterparts, I mean, you're supposed to be a pair. If this person is keeping themselves in this prison, then, well, yeah, it is going to affect you because your counterpart is not available, not emotionally available, not physically available. They're just not there. Ooh, I don't know why I did that. And while it may be frustrating where you feel that your life is on hold, so this whole your life being on hold thing, your romantic life being on hold, for some of you, I feel like the frustration is that you have tried to moving on with somebody else, and it's just not working. So it's not happening because this is your person, this is who you're meant to be. Other relationships that you've tried to move on to probably haven't worked out because this is your counterpart. So it might be frustrating for you. So it's not that you want to sit there waiting for this person. It's just when you try to move on, it does not work out. Or it seems like something's missing. And for some of you, it's especially frustrating because the people or the person that you try to move on with, you're like, this is an amazing person. Anybody would be lucky to have this person. So why am I feeling this hesitation? What is happening? Why can't I move forward with them? Well, this is because you're in your healed energy, your divine energy, divine feminine or masculine energy. So you're not gonna be settling. And again, it's not to say that there's anything wrong with that person. It's just, if that's not what's meant for your soul, if that's not the direction that your soul is meant to go, the path you're supposed to walk, anything less than that is settling on an energetic level. And your soul is not going to allow that, especially when you're in this healed, high vibrational energy. Anything that is not aligned with that cannot last long in your energy. The Fool. Yep. You have tried to start over, but I do feel this person needs to take this leap of faith to start over with you, but they have kept themselves in this prison. And it's very interesting that we start off here with them needing courage with the Strength card. And now we have the Fool card, which is all about new beginnings and taking the leap of faith. So it's really just coming full circle and reiterating someone needs to take a leap of faith. They need to find their internal fortitude and go where their heart is leading them. So with that being said, let's get into the zodiac signs and see who we are. All right, so we are connecting with Virgo, Scorpio, Aquarius, Sagittarius, Aries, and Libra. Also Capricorn and Taurus. Okay, so this is your reading. like, comment, share, subscribe if you haven't yet. And if you are newly subscribed to this channel, again, welcome to the family. And I will see you next time.